Axon DAO. What is this project? Who is the team behind it? How does it relate to decentralized science? What problem is it solving? And finally, what are the tokenomics? If you are catching this video early enough, they have not even launched their token yet. As I'm recording this video, the whitelist is open and I will put that in a link in the description of this video. So make sure on your way down there, you hit the thumbs up button, you subscribe and turn on notification bells, because if you're watching this after a couple days of having it up and uploaded, you probably don't have access to the whitelist anymore because the token will have launched. So it's important you catch these things early. At no point in this video am I advocating for you to go join this whitelist and put money into a pre-allocation for a coin. I am simply here to talk about the different projects that are going on in the space and present them to you. This is not something I'm being paid to talk about. However, I did get the opportunity to talk to Chris, and he will be coming on the channel for an interview along with, I believe, Mac. So that will be very intriguing. That'll happen sometime in January, so keep an eye out for that. This team is very, very well put together. For everything that Chris was saying, they've been going at it for years and years and years and trying to make a difference in the medical community. And I believe they finally found their place here as Axon DAO. So very intriguing. Go ahead and look through all of their team advisors. Tyler, you look so young. I'm jealous. All of these people, they all seem very competent in what they're doing, and this team is relentless. Again, more on that when I interview them on the channel. When we go directly to their website, you can see evolving health for humanity by making DeSci for everyone, the token that powers Axon DAO and DeSci AGXT. You can sign up directly for the whitelist, or you can continue to scroll. And I want you to pay attention to a couple things here, because these things are very, very intriguing, if I can put it that way. Axon DAO helps us put the health data we make each day securely onto the blockchain. Please read our white paper. You see right here, Polygon. They are a recipient of Polygon DAO Village DeSci grant. Number 1, congratulations. Number 2, I didn't even know Polygon DAO was investing into DeSci, so that is exciting news for us. I might have to make a completely dedicated video on that, because that's crazy. It just shows the mainstream adoption that's happening. Second, we have NVIDIA here, proud member of the NVIDIA Inception Accelerator program. Chris was talking a little bit about this on the phone. I don't know all of the details, but this was mind-blowing to me that they were involved in something like this. It has to do with their AI recognition for voice, which we will touch on in a moment after we go through the problems and solutions that they have, the projects that they're trying to fund and get research for. Very, very intriguing, but you see they have money being tossed at them. So, hell yeah. Gitcoin, DeSci participant in GR15 and beta rounds. Awesome. Good to see that. They're active. They're active and they're trying to get involved into the community. They're trying to make sure that this becomes something. So I like to see that. It's really fascinating, and it's a brand new project. You know, I like myself a good new project. Key factors, the main thesis. There should be a two-way relationship with our health. It begins by making it easy for everyone to actively participate in their health and instantly benefit from it. The mission. Axon DAO's mission is to independently decentralize and help protect the world's health data. I don't know that it needs to be independent. I mean, everyone can do it, but I get it. We'll do this by supporting DeSci fairness, educating non-biased affiliations, and transparency. I love transparency here. Axon's history. This is pretty intriguing, right? Axon began in 2014 as a medical telecommunications startup. 2014 is around the time I think Ethereum was brand new, so it's fascinating to see that. Having built various mobile software solutions for hospitals and clinical research companies in the US. So they were not focused on crypto at first, which generally speaking for me is a red flag. When you see a company pivot multiple times, I'm not usually a fan of that kind of investing, because that tells me that they don't know where they're headed. I don't believe that this is necessarily the case here. I'm just still here to present the information to you guys. They're kind of just going with where they're needed from my understanding of what the pivot there was involved with. But again, more information on that. They're making moves, and they're making sure that those moves are well documented. The DeSci problems and solutions. We'll go over this briefly, and then we'll get into the stuff that I know you guys are really here for. But it's important to me that we go over the problems and solutions, because if you don't know what you're investing into, you're just gambling, you're not investing, and you should probably unfollow me. To be completely honest, if you're not going to pay any attention to the problems and solutions, hit the unfollow button, because that's not what we're about here. Anonymous health data is monetized and sold with or without benefiting or direct awareness of its creators. It's estimated on average $1,500 per year per person. That's an insanely large market opportunity. What do we got? 7 billion people on the planet. Let's say half of them have access to healthcare, which is a shit show in and of itself, but we'll do 3 billion people with access. 3 billion times 1.5 thousand. That is an aggressive amount of money. That's like $4.5 trillion. That's an insane amount of money. The general public cannot easily participate in health research or instantly participate in their health without a myriad of doctor visits and waits. Yup, clinical research can be inconvenient, not accurate, complicated, and mundane for everyone. Technical and legal challenges of collecting, storing, and gathering verified real-world clinical data sets. There are no standards for decentralization of data. That's interesting. It's got to be all so brand new. Accessing the health data that surrounds you daily and participating in has never been seen as something accessible to the general public until now. The solution: a blockchain-based solution ensuring one's ownership of personal data, putting a direct monetary value on it. Very fascinating right there. It gives you the ability to kind of do out your math and see what the opportunity here is, the total addressable market. Gamify, love gamifying things, monetize and monitor health using AI to personalize health directly so it's convenient, simple, and rewarding. Web3 and zero knowledge solve technical HIPAA and security issues while generating quality, non-intrusive verified data sets. So the ZK stands for zero knowledge. If you're curious on this in a more in-depth than what I'm about to say, go look at Optimism as a layer 2 for Ethereum. They do, if you understand how that works, you'll understand how zero knowledge works. But essentially, it's a way to prove that you know something without actually showing that subset of data. So I can prove that you're a real person and that this data that I have on you is real data, not something I made up, without ever revealing who you are. But I can still prove to them that you are real, right? Very fascinating. I love to see that. Near absolute security through decentralization and a non-verification of their data, ensuring accuracy, complacency, and privacy. Endure a standardization of decentralized data by coalition of partnerships and use citizen science-inspired protocols in an easy-to-use interface people can participate in medical research like never before. Very exciting. I love that. Outlined several problems here and outlined mostly several solutions here. I like these solutions. Let's get on to the projects and see what their intention is. Remember, this is pre-launch of the governance token, so they do not yet have that community to vote on any of these projects. This is just where they would like proposals to come from. First up, we have A+ voice precognitive voice analysis. This is very intriguing. They're trying to use voice to help with different mental illnesses. And this is actually what the NVIDIA grant was for, or the partnership. So tracking voice markers is one of the most effective ways to screen and assess incoming conditions of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, PTSD, Huntington's disease, but also to monitor tiredness, energy levels, and especially with commercial truckers, car drivers, and other heavy equipment. So they're trying to just go everywhere. They're literally willing to receive input from any direction, because remember, this is a DAO, so they don't necessarily get to say where the submissions come from, where the requests for funds come from, but this is where they want people to start looking at. underserviced, under-recognized areas in the healthcare space, that valley of death, if you will. Remember from the Valley DAO conversation that we had? They're also looking at the effects of psychedelic therapy on one's health, using AI, using comparative algorithmic data from speech through vocal speech samples analysis. This is coming soon. Voice analysis AI, pre-treatment and post, and anonymous data repository. So for all data involved in the DAO, again, coming soon. So very intriguing. They're focused a lot on voice. I really like that they're trying to get into that psychedelic research, because a lot of the microdosing research that's out there is not legal in the United States. So I'd love to see them be able to actually get some information in the door, because I'm passionate about that. I'll let you decide if that's because of experience or not. As far as the roadmap, again, they're pre-sale on the pink sale, 50% to liquidity and 50% to build. Then they're planning on going to Uniswap launch, community and partnerships, citizen science protocol, start funding some research, and then DeSci commercial. So bring a commercial product to the market to then get that IP and go back into the DAO and generate money to do the virtuous loop that we talk about every time we talk about DAOs, because that's what most of decentralized science is at this point. For the tokenomics, and then we got the pre-sale form here, which I might fill out on live. No, I'm just kidding, I already filled it out. AGXT tokenomics. The Axon DAO's public Ethereum token. It gives access to DAO member areas, gives the ability to vote for DeSci projects submitted to Axon DAO for funding, ability to submit projects to receive funding, exchange data, and more. So from the sounds of that, you have to own the token in order to even submit a project to get funding. So that's intriguing. That's something I have yet to see in other projects. The price of AXGT at pre-sale is going to be 5/100ths of a penny. It's very small, very, very small. The ETH price in USD as of October 24th, 2023 for reference, corresponding to the above. So 0.00057. The total supply is going to be 1 billion AXGT, and it's going to be distributed as follows. So 64% to the pre-sale allocations, 31% to the Uniswap allocations for liquidity, 4% to the DAO, and a total of 100% of the AXGT tokens. This is an aggressive allocation to the pre-sale, in my opinion, and a pretty small allocation to the DAO, which means really two things. One, they need the token price to go up pretty dramatically in order to make sure that the DAO is actually able to fund anything, because that money, the DAO allocation is going to be there for funding. So they would need that to go up dramatically in order to actually get any projects the money that they need in order to turn around into IP NFTs that can then go back into the DAO. The second thing is that they must really expect to get one of those projects quickly, because why would you only put 4% of the supply into the DAO if you were not expecting to get some funding and some successful funding very quickly? So that's intriguing. The pre-sale allocation is, again, very high. 64.668% is a lot. I like, though, that they're doing a large amount of the supply to liquidity, so people can get in and out without worrying about impacting the price. During this DeSci pump that we just experienced, a lot of the projects, if you go look at the volume, it'd be like $10,000 of volume, and the price would be double on the day. The price would be up 100% on the day. This happened very consistently, especially when Data Lake was at the $200,000 market cap when we first started talking about it. That coin only needed like $2,000 or $3,000 to move the market cap significantly. So I like that they're gonna provide some liquidity right off the bat. The AXGT distribution to Axon DAO. So 4% of the allocations, or 40 million of the tokens. Of that, 2% or 20 million is going directly to the DAO with an auto vesting for 2 years, 700 days beginning on April of 2024. And then 1% or 10 million to the core vesting, which begins again on April of 2024, and 1% to the reserve in the treasury for just being held. Requirements for Axon DAO members to receive a full amount of AXGT. The original Axon DAO member holders must complete the following by March of 2024. Participate in 2 or more calls between now and March. LinkedIn as an Axon DAO member, advisor, or contributor, or fellow of... This bullet point does not make sense. It's not a complete sentence. So the LinkedIn, as an Axon DAO member, advisor, or contributor, comma, open parentheses, or follow if Series 7, close parentheses. So that was not a complete sentence. They probably just want you to go follow based off the next one. At Axon DAO in your bio on X. Discord, log in and add Axon DAO, so they want you to join the Discord. A new intro to you, a contribution. A consultation intro held, meaningful suggestion or contribution, so just be an active member. So in order to get access to those coins, they need you to be in the community, on the ground, putting in work, at least in the very beginning. And I like that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hopefully people actually contribute so it doesn't just artificially raise the numbers of followers and everything, because that's not really a good long-term thing. But based off the other conditions to get your coins, they would have to be contributing. So hopefully people do that. If any Axon DAO members, AXGT is not claimed by May of 2024, the AXGT tokens go to the treasury for charity or for the team. It can be a DAO vote. That's silly. Just put it in the treasury. That's silly. Default AXDT users receive 1/2 or 25% allotted AXGT if no participation but claimed by May 1st, 2024. AXDT, I believe, is their security token. They have the governance token and the security token. If you made it that far, for me to mention the security token, let me know down below. I did not mention it in the beginning intentionally because I want to see who watches these videos all the way through. If you did, I hope it was on 2x speed because your time's your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing into. I am going to participate in this pre-sale because everything DeSci related has been going to the moon lately, and I want to partake in a pre-sale of one of these coins. I have my reserves of the project, but I do believe that they'll be successful in what they're doing after talking to the team a little bit, and then hopefully after expanding that conversation publicly for everyone to view in January. I'll see you guys in the next video.